Hello everyone, it's Andy and welcome back to the Clash. How to maximise Town Hall 3 and get the most out of it and work your way through in the most efficient way. And I'm going to work through my top tips. So my number one top tip is all about gems. You do not want to be spending gems at this point. It might be really tempting to rush going through the base and using gems to, like, I could click that and for 50 gems I could finish it, which sounds amazing. You know, saves you 4 hours of gameplay. But fundamentally, the whole point of the whole point of Clash of Clans is you can leave stuff running in the background, go off and do something else, go to work, go to school, whatever you do, and when you come back or when you see it at lunchtime, that upgrade is going to be finished. So don't rush in and spend a load of gems. Really, really, really resist that and keep all of those gems until you can buy a builder, which is 500 gems. And if you want to spend a bit of money, sure, spend 500 and get another builder pack. You know, it's up to you. But for the purposes of this channel, this is all about maximizing the free content and free resources within Clash of Clans. So, number one tip, don't spend gems on anything except for builders at this point in the game. Number two, it's really important that you max the whole base before you go up onto the next level. As you go through the levels on Clash of Clans, the loot that you can get from a lower base reduces as you go up. So if I upgraded to Town Hall 4 and then 5 and then 6, I would find that a lot of the bases that I was attacking that were lower would give really rubbish loot. And sometimes they can be really quite profitable because you will have great troops. So my second tip is just make sure everything's upgraded. And that includes the wall. You know, make sure that everything is upgraded. The way to check that is to click up on your builder and it will tell you what else you can upgrade before you go to the next level. So I've got to finish off these 2 upgrades and then I've got 2 elixir collectors and then I'm going to do the town hall. So really, you know, it's a really good thing to do. Don't move up until you've maxed everything. All right, number 3. The order in which you upgrade your buildings and defenses at Town Hall 3 is not really the most important thing. However, there's some things that I would recommend doing as soon as possible. You will spend your elixir on troops and the army camps. So I would concentrate your elixir onto the army camps. This is going to really help you get a bigger army sooner, and then that's going to help. Once you've got the army camps upgraded, go and do the barracks because you're going to unlock more troops. By the end of Town Hall 3, you are going to be able to do the barbarians, the arch queens, the giants, the goblins, and the wall breakers. That's a really nice army selection you can do. And I tend to do a nice mix of a wall breaker or 2 to go through walls, the giants, which are just meatheads, and they can go straight in and take a lot of the enemy fire, and then archers to destroy the mortar and other defensive buildings, and then the goblins to go in and get the loot. So that's a really nice base. So really nice army to use, and by upgrading those barracks early on, you're going to be in a great position. I would then be using my gold to upgrade the elixir storages and the elixir collectors, because that's going to give you free loot to then spend on troops, which you need at this level. In terms of so that's going to be the main use for your gold. You can also upgrade your storages and your mines. Again, that's going to give you free loot. Once you've done all those, if you've got gold left, before you log off and before you do that last upgrade before you log off, spend as much of it as you can on walls. That's you're going to replenish your stores quite quickly at this part of the game, just from your pumps and your mines. So if you've got a lot of surplus, just spend it on walls and get those maxed out really quickly. And then kind of the last thing, and when I was playing through this, I did upgrade the cannons quite early on because they're not too expensive and they're quite quick to do. But at this part of the game, don't worry about your defenses too much. You're very unlikely to be attacked that much, and you're far better to get the thing. So if I go into here into my defense log, okay, that guy was that was bad, but you know, they're not taking more than, like, this guy only took barely 400 of both, and then a few thousand. So if you do get attacked, you then get a shield, and I really wouldn't worry too much. So I think if you follow that sort of list of priorities as you're going through, you should be fine. And then grab that clan castle near the end. The other thing I've not talked about is the lab. Now the lab is cheap at this point, so it's 50,000 elixir for the 3 upgrades you can do at this level. It's worth doing. So, but the nice thing about the lab is it doesn't use up a builder, so you can just have it in the background, and you want to get it as soon as you can comfortably afford it, and then get those troops upgrading, and then upgrade the troops that you use the most. That's going to help you massively. So hopefully that gives you a good idea of what order to do it in. And then in terms of getting loot, you've got the single player maps, which are great and relatively easy loot. The practice is mega to do. You don't need any troops to do it, and you get a lot of loot. However, as I said in the previous episode, you are going to fill your storages so quickly if you go through that first level of practice, and you'll waste the rest of the loot. So fill your storages and then basically get out of that game really quickly. So that's going to be really good. Multiplayer can be good. Always click the find a match and go through numerous matches before you decide to choose one. That's going to be really good. So fundamentally that's going to do that. Keep checking up onto your sort of blue number and go down and see if you've got any gems. That's going to help a lot. Again, if you've got loads of if you've got loads of gold and elixir left over, again, you can spend it on removing objects. That can be good, but don't stress it at this point. It is going to help you to get free gems, but it's not the biggest priority. So that is pretty much my key Town Hall 3 tips. Get those new buildings in. Get the laboratory when you can afford it. Clan Castle, at some point, but if you've got friends already in a clan, or you want to join my Back to the Clash clan, great, do it, because you can then get some higher ranking troops to help you with defense and offense. But fundamentally, if you go through what I've just said, you're going to be doing it in a very efficient way, and you're then going to be in a really strong step to go up to the next level, because when you go to the next level, you're going to have all these buildings to build and get them up to Town Hall 3 level, and then you can build everything up at the same time. But fundamentally, don't spend gems on anything at this point. Save them for an extra builder. Get your storages built up so you can hold more loot. Get the loot from the various different ways I've just explained, and just build up getting those extra troops in by upgrading the barracks. Get those army camps expanded so you can get a full amount of troops very early on, and you're going to be away. It's not a complicated game to play at this level. There's not too many tactics to worry about, but the amount of bases I see that have a lot higher town hall than I do, but lesser defences, it's a real shame. So hope you enjoyed this sort of roundup of Town Hall 3. It is a relatively quick Town Hall, but do it properly and you're going to be really nicely set up for the next part of the game. And I look forward to showing you that very soon. Please like and subscribe. Join me on a future episode. Come and join me in the Back to the Clash clan. And I'm going to put in my Town Hall 10. So I'll donate troops to anyone that comes into that. And be really cool. Thanks again for watching. This is Back to the Clash. I'm Andy. Good night.